Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me again today as we continue our walk through the Old Testament. And today we are in Ecclesiastes. And I'm going to go back to reading 3 chapters a day, sometimes more, sometimes less, but I'm going to typically do 3 a day. And today, the first 3 chapters of Ecclesiastes, there are a lot of familiar lines in here. Vanity, vanity, all is vanity. For everything there is a season. There's a lot of familiar lines in here. But there are a couple things that I think are important to think about. One comes from chapter 2, the other from chapter 3. Chapter 2, verse 24 and 25. There's nothing better for a man than to eat and drink and tell himself that his labor is good. This also I have seen, that it is from the hand of God. For who can eat and who can have enjoyment without him? Solomon is making a point here that everything comes from God, and there is nothing that you can enjoy, that you can take pleasure in, that you do, that is strictly of your own hands. God is the one who has a hand in everything. And then chapter 3, he kind of expands on this a little bit, starting in verse 11. He has made everything appropriate in its time. He has also set eternity in their heart, yet so that man will not find out the work of God, work which God has done from the beginning even to the end. So not only does God have a hand in everything, he has a hand in the timing of everything, and everything happens at its appropriate time. And he has set the hearts of men to think about eternity, even though man will not find out what God's plans are and how eternity unfolds. They will not know completely until the end. It's pretty amazing if you think about all the events of your life. Just think back to all the events of your life and think back to how things unfolded. And sometimes you probably look back and you think, man, the timing was perfect. And sometimes you may think, man, I would have timed that a little differently. Well, in God's eternal plan, as your life unfolds, even when you look back and question the timing of something that has happened in your life, I can promise you that the timing was perfect. And that's a great reminder for us, because even though we get impatient, even though we want things to happen on our time, it doesn't work that way. God has a perfect plan. Our plan may be good, but his plan is perfect. Our timing may be good, but his timing is perfect. How awesome is that, to know that we can trust our God, even though we don't know his plans yet. We can trust him to do the perfect thing at the perfect time in our lives, so that his plan will unfold for us. So I would just encourage you today, if you're waiting on something, if you feel like you're impatient about something, trust him that what you believe is a good plan, his plan is infinitely better. It's perfect. And what you think is good timing, his timing is infinitely better. It's perfect. Would you pray with me? Father, thank you for your perfect will, your perfect plan, your perfect timing for our lives. Help us to trust you in that. Amen.